Yeah, man, we giving y'all just a little behind the scenes, man. We giving y'all some behind the scenes. Like Breeze is in the backstage, and he literally has access to come up on the stage. Like, he literally has access. So he want us to bring him
First of
up.
all, wait.
Thank
First of
you,
all,
bro.
I was trying to make sure the setup was good before I just popped up on the screen. That's what I was doing. I ain't want to come on here half stepping. That's all that was. But we already live now, so
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what CeeLo. He don't answer no text. Like I haven't heard from earlier. So like I don't know. I don't know where he at. Like I don't know where CeeLo at. It's a spot right there. So I don't know, man.
He a
I
busy
don't
man.
know.
man.
The comments is going. Look, this is behind the scenes stuff. Cause like commission, all y'all always saying we late. BPB, what's it? Black people time or whatever. But
Yeah,
look, we
black people
ain't late.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't ready, but we ain't late. So which one would you rather have?
Hey man,
Yes, smoke
Going
it
with the
down.
ladder, yo.
we are here.
What's up, man? What's good? Look at this. From Fly Eagles Fly. Here we go. Season started now. Look
As
at
good as
Chuck.
that Deuce with Ti.
Yeah, man. Always appreciate that, man. The garden gloves. Where they at? I should have put them on. Some of the new video. Vito, what's good, man? How you feeling? Oh man. We're gonna get started. We got a lot to talk about, bro. Like, it's been a minute. When's the last time we've been on this joint? Draft?
Uh,
Yeah, probably before the
I
draft.
think
Yeah,
so, yo.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, man. It's been a minute, man.
We'll be back, man. I don't know if CeeLo gonna be on the other side. We'll find out on the other side. I know it looks like CeeLo is at a hotel, but he disappeared. I don't know exactly where he is. But Breeze, what's good, man?
What's good?
Oh, there you go.
What's good? Is he back? No, he's still
He
frozen.
trying to slide around the camera. Welcome back to Owning the Huddle podcast. Brother Deuce is here. He's here to defend his O-line. I'm getting sick and tired of you dudes and this fan base talking about my O-line. We gonna handle this today.
Good times, good times.
Instant classic, bro. And like the crazy thing is when we was editing or we was doing another video this all season. The intro is old. Like we gonna have another intro when the season starts. But CeeLo was trying to take out the up back joint. Remember the
Oh yeah, the up back.
Yeah, we might got to keep that one in there, man. I don't know. We
yeah,
might got to keep the up back clip in there.
definitely
That up
gotta
back
keep
clip
that
going to the
joint
Hall of Fame.
for sure, man. Let me see something real quick. Let's get to the comments. Where we at? Just play some background music. That's what people like. I kind of hate that. Like for real, bro. Like I kind of hate that. Like when you go on YouTube and people just got like music playing for like 3 minutes, starting
Yeah.
soon. Like that's annoying to me, man. Oh man, Cuddy in the bit. What's up, Kamish? How you feeling, man? Appreciate you. Kamish got that green. Look, man. Look, I appreciate it. We got the community now. Is if you want to join the community, you get some little perks. 15% off in the store. Be First one on the giveaways and all that. I think it's like $2.99 when you join in. So you want to support the old boy and the folk, man. We definitely appreciate you. So Commish, we absolutely appreciate you, man. He said he's gonna take CeeLo's spot. Like, bro, I don't know. He's probably on a plane. Like, he's literally probably on a plane right now.
It's entirely possible, bro. If y'all don't know, CeeLo work for like the Men in Black or something, man. I don't know. We still trying to figure out.
Y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta chill. Oh my, hey, we gonna talk about Nail. Nail is wilding, bro.
Oh Lord, bro.
Did y'all see that? Y'all saw Nail
Yeah, I saw it.
I ain't
the
seen
gardening
it.
gloves is elite. If AP don't sign you by next week, I'm gonna let y'all know what they talk about. Let me see if I can find it. All right, hold up. Let me put it on.
Yo,
All right, hold up. Hey, can y'all hear it?
yeah.
All right, bet.
Yo.
Yep, I just want to be out with my teammates. I love my teammates. Contract day to day. Everything's moving day to day. I know. Yep. Hey, who's up?
It's so nasty.
Hey, yeah.
It's so nasty, bro.
Look at the bottom though. The trial is running. That's crazy, bro. Oh my god, man.
Yo, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Deuce like around May, but oh my goodness.
Oh, what's up, Steve? How you feeling, man? Fullback Deuce is moving. Breeze DT, miss your face.
Miss you too, Reed. Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
What's up, Herman? How you feeling, man?
What's that with it?
Out of O-line.
Yeah, he already got beef.
They definitely gonna be looking at him funny, bro. Tunsil already put him on blast once. Oh man, Ministry Society. Look at Saint. Hey, you know what's funny? Because y'all know, like, man, Earthquake, you know, at the playoff game, did a little video joint. He actually liked the joint on Instagram. Never know, man. I might be opening up for Earthquake DC one day, man. You never know, man.
Man, we gotta get Quake on the show, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you got 12 of them. Just get them on one up. Yeah, the fedora is what did it for me. I ain't gonna hold you. look like Vince Lombardi out there.
Bro, I was trying. Look, the trial player was trying to warn Terry, bro. Like, he was trying to warn him, but Terry wasn't listening. He wasn't trying to pay no attention, man. Appreciate you, also CJ, also community member, man. Appreciate you, man. Oh yeah, that joint with Rero. All right, let me play that too. I'm trying to filibuster to, you know who gets here. I ain't gonna say his name. I guess I said it already. I don't know who he at. DT with the Connolly fade.
It's not even 10 minutes. It's not even 10 minutes. Already come straight.
Doing this with y'all, bro.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I don't know what music is this, Hermit, but I absolutely appreciate you. Let me see what we got. Nah. I want to take this time to thank you, Hermit, for being a part of the community, being a member. I really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
It helps us to do this, do that, support y'all. You know what I'm saying? Put the best quality content out there, man. And for you doing this and joining that community, man, your hard earned money, I appreciate it, man. It's going to help us put more quality content out there for you, man. Shout out Hermit, man. Appreciate you, bro. All love, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Hermit. The fedora's crazy. Marcus, what's up, Marcus? Yeah, man. Shout out to Dion, man. So they beat cancer. That was crazy, man. That stuff is set. Oh, and also, man, prayers up to like whatever's going on in New York. Like I think it just happened. You know, they had some type of shooter. I think he's dead now. I'm not entirely sure. So we don't want to talk too much about it because we're not sure. But prayers up to them up there. And I think they say it's like by the NFL office too. So yeah. So I can like a Medea. Y'all, wow, bro. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. We appreciate it for sure. Running back by day and Ghana by night. What's up, South? I wouldn't take that. Look at this instigator. Do y'all look like because DT, you do got a young face, bro. You do got a young face, though. I mean, you kind of look younger ever since you've been going down to Tampa so much recently. I think it's probably like the sun, I guess. I don't know. Man.
First of all, it's not Tampa. It's Orange Park, Florida.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. 2 strays. Not even 15 minutes.
Hey, man, showing love to the community. Showing love to the community, man. Showing love. Nah, this wasn't it. This was a different one. It was a different one, AJ. Mitch, appreciate you for being part of the community, man, for sure. Appreciate y'all, man. DT got a young face because he's young. I don't know about all that. Chris Mike. Yeah, look at their mics. Like my mic started tripping, and I can't. I'm look. It's like we reverse coursing. Like they got the big time mics, and I got the little headphones jump.
I mean,
say the comedy thing got DT.
Yo, DT is catching crazy.
So we've been gone for almost a month and a half, and this is what happens, right? Okay. That's so dope, man.
Yeah, this is real dope.
Yeah, that's fire.
Bro, crazy experience, bro. So my main goal really today was trying to get Revos. I know people saying he was signing autographs yesterday, like on the far side where the shade is back in the end zone. But it was just too packed. So I was just leaving. So I just kind of hung around. Then I went back like towards the entrance. Then I saw him coming out of the tent. So I guess they interviewed him. So I was like, oh, but you couldn't go there. So because the dude was like, hey, you can't go. So I had to stay back. But he went down like on the far side and he signed some autographs. I was like, Revo. And like, because you know what I'm saying? So I was like, Revo, what you mean, Revo? What you mean? And he looked, he's like, hey, what you mean? He's like, I'll be right there. It was wild because there was nobody right there because you're not supposed to like sign autographs, no rope or nothing. And he was going in the locker room just signing autograph. Man, I love, appreciate Revo, bro. He came over that jump. What you mean? And then this right here, man. Shout out to Revo, man. Yeah.
What you mean? Man? Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, but like the crazy thing was like for those people that go to camp, like with a heel that when they on the bottom with the big helmet,
like to the right is where they do the pressers and stuff at, like on top of the hill, and it's like it's nothing but space on that hill, like right beside it, and there's no rope, no nothing, like there's nobody signs, because then you got the little trailer store that they got that's sitting right there with a gate. So usually what they do is when they do their presses, they go like for the far backside, and they kind of like run down and go right into the facility. So by the time I was like, man, I ain't gonna see him today. I'm gonna try to catch him tomorrow. So I was just kind of like just standing there, like just looking around, seeing if I see anybody standing. The next thing I know, I saw him coming down. So I was like, Revo. And like when you scream their name, they just kind of like block you out. And he's just going down and trying to get back in the building. But then there was some fans like on the far side down. And mind you, it was like nobody around me, like nobody behind me, nobody around me. So I was still like, Revo. And he was just, I was like, what you mean, Revo? What you mean? He was like, what you mean? What you mean? He was like, man, I'll be right over there. So that's what then he, you know what I'm saying? They had to bring more event people out or over there with him, because he wasn't even supposed to come over there like where we were. So he came over there, adopted him up, blah, blah, blah. We had a little moment before that. And then next thing you know, I'm looking around because people behind, they was like, man, see these tabloids. They was like, who's is that? Is that Debo? That's Debo? Like all dark-skinned people don't look alike, right? It was like, is that Debo? That's Debo? I was like, nah, that's Jeremy Reeves. So by the time we did all that and I left, man, it was like 30 people right there trying to get autographs. Now. So I just kind of slipped out. But that was a crazy experience, man. All right, man. I don't know where you got a Skull Caddy Jones. I don't got the Skull Caddy Jones, bro. I don't know, man. Man, left for a month, said yeah. You gonna have to get back. Like I'm not gonna put no more up here. This is getting ridiculous. All Pro 30 for 30, Revo. Cliff gonna run JD under center. Little something this shit. Look, Herman, like enough of the other stuff. We just time to talk ball. This guy's a running game. So like, let's get into it, man. We back, DT. You know what I'm saying? It's back. Get into this, back into the season. It's that time now. Like it's a straight grind. It's a straight grind, man. So from the all season until now, going into training camp, for those of you that didn't see the clips that they put out for their spotlight players this all season, we can kind of start with your players with your spotlight players going into the off season, and we'll start with DT with your spotlight players going into training camp. Are you pulling the C. Henry?
Jesus Christ. I have to mute it because I hear so much feedback. Golly, bro. Okay, so when we started this, initially we looked at some of the guys from the OTAs in the spring. Ja'Cory Brooks was someone that I initially looked at. I did have some concerns about the drops when I watched him back at Alabama and Louisville, but he can be someone that can provide the same ability and some length just like Michael Gallup, just don't have the same experience as Michael Gallup. But I think that's a guy that has been trending in the right way. He has been kind of up and down the past couple of days from what I hear, but he's a guy that can do the same things like Michael Gallup. So it'll be interesting to see how they assess that room after a guy like Jalen Lane and Luke McCaffrey, especially you need these guys to play special teams. The one guy that I feel like can have a huge boost for this season is Jordan McGee. Last year we saw him, and we've been hearing a lot of hype about him getting initially first team reps with the linebacker group with Bobby Wagner and Frankie, but the injury down the stretch in the preseason heading to the regular season, he didn't get a chance to get himself the footing that he needed back in the lineup, so he played mostly special teams. But Joe Witt has a plan for him. He wants to get some packages and stuff out here for him, especially when we're playing these teams that run the 12 and 13 personnel against us. And that's where the explosive run rate was very high when they had these bigger lineups against our defense. So having Jordan McGee, I think he can ascend and be a role player for this team. Then eventually, if we're talking about the future, I see some great potential in him being a starter for the Commanders.
What you got, Breeze?
So I need y'all to bear with me for a second because my energy is my internet is freaking out. But now I had Tyler Owens and Jordan Lee, my players. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got a delay.
Dudes, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, it's the internet. I'll swap out in a minute. But yeah, Tyler Owens and Jordan McGee were my spotlight guys. I feel like, you know, the safety room, we already expect Quan Martin and Will Harris to be the top two guys. But outside of those guys, I know Percy Butler just re-signed for like a year. To me, that still doesn't make him a lock. I think Revo is a lock because of what he does on special teams. But I think there's plenty of room. And Tyler Owens also made the team last year. He just didn't play much on defense. But I think there is plenty of room in the safety room for Tyler Owens to kind of take the next step forward and be the kind of that kind of third safety in the rotation. And then Jordan McGee, I think we all kind of talked about it off and on last year with, you know, what even they kind of spoke about the plan was for Jordan McGee coming into the season, as far as, you know, kind of basically putting him on Bobby's hip, basically, and you know, learning and developing and hopefully being able to step into that role and be Bobby's primary backup. And he got hurt and missed a good portion of the season, and can never really kind of get his footing back on the defense. He did play a lot of special teams, and he did, you know, play sparingly on defense as the season went on into the playoffs. But, you know, Bobby Wagner's not here forever. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, he's going to just age out of football. And I think Jordan McGee is kind of in a prime position if he can have a good camp, have a good preseason, and most importantly, stay healthy to kind of be that next guy, that next man up at middle linebacker. You know, obviously competing and, you know, earning that role.
For sure. I would say it's facts. Yeah, we haven't heard a lot from Hampton. Let's go back up. I know we have some questions up here real quick. I want to run through. Let's DT. Let's give you this
pop up.
Yeah, I don't know, Breeze. You got like a serious delay. We'll let you get this.
Yeah,
one.
I'm about to drop and come back.
All right, we'll let you get this one, DT. Cliff going to run JD under center. A little something this year needs to. How you feel about that? To disguise the running game more.
I actually thought they ran a little bit under center. Just a good amount. Now they could have some new plays, new installs from playing under center. I do understand where he's coming from, but I think they play a pretty good amount under center. Now we're talking about short yardages and things like that. They probably could be a little bit better with that, with some plays like that. But I think they run fairly well, good amount of under center action with Jayden Daniels. I will say I would like to see more play action from under center to throw it off, but I don't want it to be the same way when I hate to break the thing up. I don't want it to be the same way when we had RG3. Like, we kind of knew if he's under center, he's either going to hand the ball off or he's going to do play action. Like, that's where it's kind of be some type of difference. But overall, I think it's fairly good under center things I've seen from last year. I like what they did last year from Cliff.
Yeah, I agree. I think with the play action, I think that's kind of the RPO that we run. I think we'll see that in more ways this year, especially with Debo, the skill set that he has, and even Jayden Lane. I think we're going to see different variations of the RPO. But I do wonder, like, how much of the offense are we going to see that we didn't see last year? Right? Are we going to see more variations of what we already seen last year, or are they going to come out with some things entirely new? Because even with the addition of Debo, like you could just drop him right into the offense from what we saw last year. So I wonder how Cliff is going to kind of take what from last year, and is he going to like build upon that to see different formations and different shifts, or he's just going to kind of start off with just a whole new, not like a whole new offensive scheme, but different variations. That's something that we haven't seen.
Well, we do know that Cliff has been watching some college football this past season when he was looking at the prospects. So he is going to have probably some new ideas and stuff. Also, I think him being a former head coach for Arizona, watching Debo all the years with Shanahan, he's going to have probably some similar concepts coming from the 49ers that can, that Debo will already know how to run, things like that. I actually think this offense will be different because the evolution of Jada Daniels as well. We also have to account for that. And the offensive line, the skill position is new. And hopefully with a better offensive line, you're going to be better at pass protection and running the football without the prime use of Jada Daniels' legs last year.
I agree. If you could say what side of the ball seems like they are ahead of the curve, and it's really hard to. I mean, this is day 5. We just had day 5 of training camp, the first day with pads on. But as far as paper is concerned, like what side of the ball do you think they're ahead of the curve on?
Realistically, defense is always going to be ahead of the curve because there's no difference between cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4, and any other coverages for all NFL teams. Like, it's all the same. That stuff does not change when you're calling those plays. The communication going to be different now. The language will be different, but majority of the guys on our defense has pretty much returned outside of a few names. Like Javon Kinlaw, Dietrich Wise, and Jonathan Jones, just to name a few, add into the team. But they're also vets. They're also veterans that understand the languages to this thing. It's just probably a different language under Joe Witt and DQ. But defenses are going to be a step ahead of the curve for offenses. I think the offense, even though they have a lot of guys coming back, you still have some guys still trying to learn the terminology, the O-line blocking scheme, the run scheme, passing game. So that's going to take some time as well. But we did see today, offense, got their shots in today. But naturally, the defense will always have a jump ahead because coverages does not change.
Breeze. Oh gosh.
We do this every year. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do this every year. It's always somebody else. Luke don't want them problems, man.
I would say look pretty good today when I was there with the pads on, but it's just something
I heard he's been having a good camp so far.
It's just a lot of 11 on 11 good stuff, position drill good stuff. Like I just don't see the separation. I don't see I don't know. I guess Luke is going to have a great camp. He's going to have to. Oh. Oh, welcome.
What up?
What's good, brother?
What's up, man?
What's good, man? What's good? How y'all feeling?
Good, man. So, like, Dominique Hampton, like, we haven't heard a lot about, right? And I think with the linebackers, we just got to be patient with the linebackers in camp because they really can't do what they want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you tell a linebacker you can't go 100%, that's throwing them all the way off, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, 7-on-7s is like in pass coverage is where you'll probably hear more about linebackers in camp. But as far as like, it ain't no more like Oklahoma drills and it ain't none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? So, and with the linemen, it's better with pads on because they actually like close to each other, right? So they doing that work, blocking in the trenches type work, around the line of scrimmage. But linebackers, like they ain't doing like 10-yard head stops, tackle this cornerback outside the trash can on a toss play. Like they just not doing that type of hitting in the NFL. But one thing, are you all surprised? Because we talk about Tyler Owens and we talk about him. He played a lot on special teams last year. We talk about him like even as that big nickel, small linebacker, like helping in that safety room. We're gonna start right with you, CeeLo. Were you surprised to hear that he was playing linebacker?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say a little bit, not entirely surprised. I think two things. I think one, maybe they may try this out a little bit and see how he fits in this defense in this second year here, but also you give him a little bit more responsibility as far as coverage. Right, his specialty I think will be obviously in that cover role. So I think. Putting him out on the field and giving him some assignments to see what happens is probably something that Joe Witt and DQ trying to take advantage of that particular skill set. Because I think that safety room is quite a bit back there, right? With Will Harris and Quan, and now Percy got an extension, and I think
Revo got an extension.
Yeah, I meant to say, yeah, also right. Revo did too. So I just think that they probably want to get his skill set on the football field somehow, and they felt like that was the best way to do that potentially. So, yeah.
Commish calls you the prodigal son's return as a ride. What's up, Tim? How you feeling, man? I saw your comment in here somewhere. What's good, man? DT always dropping dimes. Is that diamonds? Yeah, it's diamonds. Mikey going crazy. Mikey is having a good camp for sure. It was another comment on here I was seeing, but let's go to you, Breeze. How you feel about Dominique Hampton and Tyler Owens?
I mean, I don't really have many feelings on Dominic Hampton. I mean, I know they moved him down the linebacker last year. And he also got hurt too, right?
I believe so, yeah.
he also got hurt. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, he missed time due to injury.
It's like you like slid out the shit.
Yeah, I saw that, but Deuce just
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, I think they kind of Hampton was a 7th round pick too. So I think they kind of looking at Hampton like, anything we can get from him, we'll take. But I don't think there's a defined role for him. I think his key is definitely going to be special teams. Tyler Owens, him playing linebacker is actually news to me, but I can see it though. I mean, he kind of fits. It seems like outside of Bobby Wagner, who's kind of built more like a traditional linebacker, most of the other linebackers on the team are kind of smaller, faster guys that can fly around, kind of go sideline to sideline. I can see an avenue where Tyler Owens can find a role there. I don't think he played much defense at all last year. Along with, I mean, I know Jeremy Reeves is a safety, like he's purely a safety, but he doesn't play much defense at all. Like he plays almost 100% of his snaps on special teams. So I don't even think like when they're putting the roster together, I don't even know if Jeremy Reeves factors into the size of the safety room because they don't really use him as a safety. Granted, we know he can do it. We've seen him do it. But even in preseason, like we saw last year, he was playing with like 3rd and 4th stringers in preseason. Like I think he's a roster lock for the most part, but I don't think he factors much into the safety room because they don't view him as a defensive player because of how valuable he is on special teams. But I think with Tyler Owens is like DT and CeeLo, I think one of y'all said, trying to get him on the field, with his skill set and trying to find an avenue where he can kind of push and make the roster and make plays.
DT, what you think about taking a step back from last year? I think the conversation. Hold on, let me. So, Greg, are you referring? And what's up, Greg? How you feeling, man? Are you talking about as a team, offense, a player, what, etc.? Let me know, Greg. So, like Tim, we're going to definitely talk about Terry's contract situation. We definitely not letting that slide back.
Yeah.
So, like in the meantime, before we wait for Greg to let me know exactly what he was talking about. Oh, you talking about wins? Oh yeah, you like CeeLo with Vegas. I tell you what, Greg, they wasn't right last year.
Right.
I do know that they wasn't right last year. What's up, Chosen One? How you feeling, man? How you been, man? Yeah, man, we back. We back in the building, man. Ron's rejects. That like which like
Come on, Ron.
That's crazy.
Can we exclude him?
what CeeLo, what position group do you think totally flipped, did a 180?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Or do we have any?
Oh,
That's a good question.
180. I don't know if we have a position group that totally, if we do, I'll say it differently. If we do have a position group that flipped or let's say is just completely different from last season, from like, let's say statistical standpoint and performance just in general, I would have to say the cornerback room. And then with a close second, maybe offensive line. I don't think they were that bad last year. If you look at statistics, you look at sacks allowed and rushing. If you believe in that, like rush yard, or what is it called? Pass block win rate and rush block win rate, stuff like that. I think I would have to say that the cornerback and probably cornerback, entire secondary. It was so bad last season, bro. Like I know, we talk about the defensive line, but I mean, respectfully, Mike Davis and a banged up Marshawn Lattimore, and at one point we had Forbes. It was like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that would be the most probable turnaround if I had to point out one. And like I said, a second, like a distant second. Distant second would be offensive line.
What you think, Breeze?
I mean, I'm sitting up here trying to think of another group just for the sake of conversation, and I really can't. I mean, like CeeLo said, this time last year, the cornerback room was Emmanuel Forbes, Benjamin St. Juste, Michael Davis, Noah Igbenogany, and at this point, we had no idea what Mike Sainristil was going to be. Now you're looking at what seems to be a healthy Marshawn Lattimore. We know what Mike Sainristil is now. We have very high expectations for Trey Amos. Like this, yeah. I mean, like if those three players alone are anything close to what we think they can be at full strength, I mean, it's not even remotely closest to what the 180 would be. I agree with O-line. I think maybe linebacker depth, maybe. I know Bobby and Frankie were great last year, but I know they've added, they drafted Madrano. Jordan McGee is healthy now. They bumped Tyler Owens down. Dominic Hampton has another year in, although he was here last year. So I think linebacker would probably be up there for me as well, but it's hard to argue with adding, Laramie Tunsil and Josh Connolly with the offensive line. But the linebacker might be, if not 2 then 3 for me.
What you think, DT?
So I think this is a very calculated question, because when you look at the makeup of this team, there has been a lot of things that have been addressed in 2 off seasons. So of course we're going to look at the cornerback room, because we had guys like Mike Davis and Benjamin St. Juste and Emmanuel Forbes in the back end. Now you traded for Marshawn Lattimore in season trade, but you get him healthy for this all season. You draft Trey Amos, you get Mikey Sainristil going back playing his natural position. A gem like Noah Igbenogany who played solid at the slot position last year, you have him as depth, and you bring in Jonathan Jones. But I also think looking at the offensive line, like you guys been saying, that is also critical because they play fairly well with Bobby Johnson being the O-line coach and with Jayden Daniels at quarterback, getting Laramie Tunzel, adding at the left tackle. You're shifting Brandon Coleman inside. And when Cosby comes back healthy, he's one of the best guards in the NFC and also in the NFL. And you drafted Josh Carnley, and you also have Andrew Wiley and Nick Allegretti, who are depth guys that could play. But I would not sleep on the defensive line, though, because I understand that was the biggest weakness last year, but they did address it. The guys are taller, averaging around 6'5", Dietrich Wise, Jacob Martin. You get young guys as well on that defensive line as well with Baptiste and Johnny Newton. So in my order, I would have corners first, second O-line, and D-line be third. I think the D-line has potential to really shock people this year, how much of an improvement it will be.
Yeah, a lot of this is really on paper, and a lot of it's basing off last year's production with the players that we brought in, some of the rookies from their production, what we're hoping that they're able to do. But man, like the cornerback room, the flip is insane, bro, from what we have now. And even Breeze, like you mentioned, we didn't know what Mikey was going to be, right? And we really ain't know what Noah was going to be.
Yeah.
Right. And Noah showed out last year. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
So, like, I think you add those two into what we now have. I think it's crazy for sure. So, Kamish had this question earlier about you think it'd be issue with Jayden getting timing down with young receivers, dropping off in the midst of Turk. Nah, because like it's not going to be a difference, right? They're going to bring Terry back. They probably cut somebody, whoever that may be, and you just fall right in, right?
Yeah.
It just fall right in. Because one thing Dan does really, really well is he interchanges a lot. That's why the other day he was like, "Don't pay attention to what you say in the first unit, second unit, et cetera, because it changes. Like you'll have Jayden out there with like Tay Martin, which is he had a great day today, bro. I mean, Youngin can go up and get that rock. Like, whenever they handle whatever Terry, he's not going to be the one that get cut. I absolutely know that for a fact. Like, maybe they'll cut like some D lineman or something down the line, but that Youngin Tay Martin been hooping. Like, but again, it is training camp. But yeah, man, I don't think it's going to be no timing issues at all. Like Terry's ready. Like he looks ready. Like just looking at him, he looked like he's ready. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna like that other dude we used to have. They used to have the last two digits from 1 through 9 on his jersey, who came back and we had to wait months before he could get in shape, and he never practiced. But glad he's in Louisiana now. So like you're not gonna have to worry about that with Terry. You're not gonna have to worry about that with Terry at all. Let's see what we got.
Do y'all think they downgraded in any position? Or any position took a step back? I think, in my opinion, I think every position they either upgraded or kind of broke even and stayed, what it was. I don't think any position group necessarily got worse.
Yeah, I think some positions are just even. Like they may have added a player, but it's not much really of a difference. Like the running back room, yes, they did add Krosky Merritt, but you still have all the guys from last year and Asa Eckler, McNichols, and you have Chris Rodriguez coming back behind Brian Robinson. So that's an example right there. The linebackers, everybody's really back except maybe like one person, and that's Madrano.
Yeah. Even like tight ends, they brought the same group back with tight ends, but
tight ends definitely even.
I think everything, but everything else, I feel like, and obviously the quarterback room. I mean, there's no need to touch that for once, but everywhere else, I think they like I said, they upgraded or broke even. Like I don't think they when they lost players, like I think they found a way to replace the production. It's like you want to say like they lost Dante Fowler. Like I think his production was replaced,
I think
even if it was from one player.
I think some people would maybe some critical people out there that may argue the safety room got maybe took a step back. I think a lot of people like, and I'm not saying that's true. I'm just that's an example. I think Jeremy Chin, people felt like he could have fit in well here, but so in theory we kind of replaced that, with Will Harris, right? Do we feel that's an even swap? Maybe, right? Because these groups don't play in a vacuum. They all play off each other, in the secondary. So I don't think that necessarily is a downgrade. But you got, a tad bit older. Otherwise, it's probably an even swap. That's about all I can think of.
Yeah, I mean that was really the one room I was thinking about too, was the safety room. And I mean, I know from a physicality standpoint, Will Harris and Jeremy Chin are fairly similar from a physicality standpoint, although Jeremy Chin is a bigger person, if I'm not mistaken. But my assumption was that they hope that production will just kind of break even. And he's on what, a 2-year deal or 2-year deal? One, yeah, I know it wasn't nothing, no kind of crazy commitment. So yeah.
I mean, AJ's a running back and tight. I mean, the tight end is the same, right? So I don't think that's a drop.
Yeah.
And
I mean, unless you want to knock one more year of Eckler getting older, but like other than that, like
yeah, it's kind of the same.
Ertz, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, even in the running back room, 1 year Eckler getting older, and what really surprised me is he's been out there on kickoffs. Like, bro, no, like who's making that decision? Like, bro, no, like don't even practice it. No, but
I mean, he was good last year before he knocked himself out.
Yeah, I know, but he got hurt twice. On kick return.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
So
bro,
I got a question.
What's up?
So we talked about the safety room a little bit. We talked about how that is something we are kind of concerned, and they only signed Will Harris for a 1-year deal. So I think about how good the linebackers were last year. And we see guys like Tyler Owens showing versatility in camp. We see Dominic Hampton showing versatility in camp. Do you think they are a little bit more trusting in developing a guy like Tyler Owens to be that third guy in like those packages and stuff like that? Or like that's how I feel, because when you talk about a DQ defense, that's his formula. You look at like the Cam Chancellors. You look at when he even was in Dallas, like with J-Ron Kurz and Donovan Wilson, and the young kid from FAMU. Like they have versatile guys that can play in the box and provide coverage sideline to sideline. So I think that's why they didn't really go as heavily at safety as people wanted to. I do like Will Harris, but I think they have a vision for Dominique Hampton and Tyler Owen for those roles in the defense.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all.
I have a question for the question about, like, do you think DQ and Joe Witt are okay with playing younger guys when they have depth, or let's say they have a more veteran presence? So like last year they played Mikey, right? Mikey obviously played, but they don't know if they have many options. I don't know if that would have been the case. Do we think that, like, what if Tyler Owens actually shows out, or Dominic Hampton, even in the safety role, they kind of show out a little bit more? Do you think Joe Witt and DQ trust him enough to actually play, or do you feel like they lean towards a veteran in that room? And that's always been my question about this defense, like the whole Bobby Wagner thing. Like, I know Bobby Wagner, he's a Hall of Famer, no question asked, but is anybody going to bump him off a couple packages, or is he going to be in there for 100% of the snaps again? That kind of stuff.
I mean, like Dan Quinn mentioned, he was like, he just don't want to come off the field. Like, even in blowouts, he ain't want to come off the field, And I think with somebody like him at that caliber that he's playing, you definitely give him that grace. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the question is, who's as far as going to give you that production, like who is close enough to be like, you know what? If I give him more reps, eventually he's going to outproduce you. And not so much Bobby, but like
Yeah.
Will Harris, for instance, Tyler Owens, for instance. Like, at what point do we say, you know what? It's time to put the young boy in there and see what they can do? I just don't think that's going to be early. And it might end up like an Ertz situation. We thought Ertz was by week 4 or 5, sending to be getting more snaps. By week 8,
Yeah.
it's gonna be all sending. And look what happened. I mean, but again, Ertz was producing. Go ahead, Breeze.
Nah, I think if the younger players earn that, they have the younger players have to earn that trust. They're not just going to throw them out there just for the sake of we drafted you or we signed you or whatever. Like we saw several guys come in last year as like highly touted undrafted free agents that signed contracts that we all figured almost locked them into a roster spot, and half of them didn't make the final roster, and a good amount of the ones who didn't play because they just weren't able to earn trust over the veterans in those positions. I think if it's a situation where they come in and earn it, it's like you said, dudes, it's not going to be right away. I don't think. But if they can push guys and earn that right, like we saw Baptiste get some snaps last year at defensive end and produce. Like I just think it's going to take time, especially on defense, where obviously Joe Witt is the D coordinator, but Dan Quinn is a defensive minded coach. Like I'm about to say Sean McVay, Lord Jesus, Cliff Kingsbury is essentially the head coach of the offense. Like he runs that. But Dan Quinn being a defensive guy, you have to not only impress Joe Witt, you have to impress Dan Quinn as well to kind of take that step forward on defense, which is where a lot of those younger guys are right now.
Yeah, I just see them trying to design some packages, sub packages, like especially if we're like in some type of coverages or trying to create more simulated pressures or just showing more versatility, because that's what DQ is. He's a guy that's going to adapt his defenses and put his players in the best position to make plays. Now, do I think he's going to be an automatic starter, Tyler Owens? No, I still think he's going to have to ease his way, because from doing the tape on him last year, he was a player that really barely even have over 1,000 snaps in college, but he was just such a freakish athlete in college. Like he was automatically going to start because he had the traits. But I think if they design some things for these guys to help out with some coverage, especially trying to cover the middle of the field or just the bandit role, it can help increase the defense to be more pressure, because as aggressive as they are.
And I mean, Herman's comment here is what we're really hoping, right? We're like, the thing about Adam Peters is that like his scouts, they find guys late, right? And that's what we're hoping with Tyler Owens, Dominique Hampton. Like we're hoping that these is one of them guys, right? That's going to come right in and be one of those gems, right? That could end up being a Pro Bowler. Like that's what we're hoping. So to your question, CeeLo, having Adam Peters and his history and Dan Quinn's, if Owens is close enough, I think he'll play and they'll see what they got. But I just don't know. I don't think it's going to be early at all. Y'all know how I feel about Quan Martin, right? I always felt Quan Martin, his ceiling is higher around the line of scrimmage, right? I think at free safety, like he's gotten better every year he's been in the league for sure. You can debate how much better he's gotten, but he has gotten better, right? It's just that with him, he's about coming up and tackling. He's about coming up, making a hit. Like he needs to be, I think he needs to really be in that box, right? To really maximize his talent. Not saying that he can't play free safety, but I think he's hit first, cover second. And we've seen that a few times last year. Yeah. But DT Dan and them, they say he's better. Like I think that's where he's going to be. But at the same time, I think that's just because he's the best one that they have. at that position. But again, people would be surprised how often Jeremy Chin played free safety last year if you're looking at the snap counts. Like it's very, very interchangeable, DT. How you feel about Quan?
I actually feel the same way about Quan. I do feel like there were at times he was a little bit better at the line of scrimmage. Now, of course, PFF grade will show how people throwing against him. He was at like a 47.4%. But I, I'm concerned with the safeties because they were able to find ways to use Jeremy Chin in very favorable matchups. I think the only thing that was the bad thing about Chin was everybody's going to say he had like 100+ rating when people were targeting him, but you kind of wouldn't know that at times because there were some times where he flashed, in one-on-one situations. And I think right now, if we're looking at the safety room, that's probably is the weakest point. And Quan Martin is going to be the brightest one because he already got his foot wet in his defense. And we saw the past couple of games in the playoffs where he played fairly well. And I think he can have a breakout year, but it's going to have to be a huge step from the other guys around him because if he has to cover ground like that, I will be fairly concerned. He has to cover a lot of ground for mental mistakes for other people.
Yeah, so it's absolutely Quan Martin. Like, absolutely, Quan Martin is that guy right now. Like, no doubt about it. What you think, CeeLo?
Yeah, I like Quan. I think you all said it. In the free safety role, he definitely has the athleticism, I think, but I still don't think, I think Stank said it earlier. That's not his sweet spot. I think his sweet spot is better, close to the line of scrimmage. But we don't have much option, right now in that space. So I think he can do it. I just think that it's just going to take a little bit more adjustment for him to be a full-time. Because I also say this though. When was the last time we had a free safety on this team, right? Because Jeremy Chin also wasn't really a free safety, if we can be honest right? He was better in the line of scrimmage as well. He loved to hit. Yes, he can cover from time to time, but his I think his best position was also close to the line of scrimmage. So I don't know when the last time we had a really, and not saying the obvious, but I don't know when the last time we had a true, free safety in this organization, and I'm not sure why that is. So, but I think Quan can fill in that role, fine. I don't think he's going to be necessarily a fall off. I just think it'll take some adjustment.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man, because we got some dogs in the division right where we at, and we got other ones outside the division. I think the thing with Will Harris and Lattimore, like they did play together last year, but like Quan was hurt a little bit when Will was playing. So I don't know. Like I think that may be blown up a little bit because do they have a relationship outside of last year with the Saints?
That's the only time they played.
Yeah, like I don't think did they go to the same college? Like are they alumni? I don't think so. So I don't know about that.
Nah, Sean went to Ohio State. I'm not sure what
Will
Will
went to Boston College.
Yeah, so no, not at all.
Yeah, so I don't know. That might be a little overblown, Quan run guy, but he's still here and he got it. No, he didn't. Oh, that's interesting. They extended Percy, but not Quan. No,
I mean,
Quan
it's only
got
a
2
1
more
year
years.
deal, though.
Yeah, I know, but Quan got 2 more years, right?
Yes,
It does.
yeah.
I think he's a 22 guy.
Last year was his second year, so he got 2 more. He got this year and then next year.
Okay. Yeah, because he had 1 year with the other guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then last year. All right,
Yeah.
He's definitely. Yeah. Hey, Greg, we're definitely going to talk about Terry. We getting there. We definitely getting there.
And for the record, the last time we had a free safety was probably the obvious one. I don't think DJ Swearinger was a free safety either. Like everybody that's come through here has been a strong safety with free safety capabilities. Some of them. Like, and we've talked about it. Like, Derek Forrest was better suited as a strong safety. Cam Curl was better suited as a strong safety. I don't even remember a lot of the guys before them, but most of them were better suited as strong safeties. Like, I understand that in a perfect world, you kind of want your safeties interchangeable to kind of help, so you can better help disguise things. But yeah, I mean, he had.
Oh, Tagway.
Oh,
That's
God.
what I was thinking. But by the time he got
I had
here,
to
he
throw an
wasn't
old
working.
head name in there, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
OJ
hey,
Taco. But by the time he got here, he
Jeez.
wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
y'all,
He was cooked by the time he got here.
y'all don't think DeShazer Everett was a decent free safety?
God,
I,
I forgot about that boy.
I
Monte
honestly,
Nicholson, maybe.
Yeah, that's what Vito said. Monte
Yeah,
Nicholson. I think he was
yeah,
a true free safety.
yeah. Monte Nicholson, maybe.
AJ says Sean Ted. Like, I think like it's something about a free safety that his main concern is keeping everything in front of him.
right.
Right? Reading the quarterback, knowing what to do back there, knowing when to go for the interception, knowing when to go for the pass breakup, knowing when to go for the hit, knowing when to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Quan is hit first, right? Like
Yeah,
hit first. But a free safety,
Quan is better
even
going forward than backwards.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
There you
And,
go.
and it's
Oh, free.
unfortunate because for a lot for a lot of fans, for certain, like Sean Taylor was still the benchmark of free safety. We understand why, right? But
Yeah, but
that's
he's
a
different
very
though.
that's my point.
Like,
A lot of
every dude is
people,
different, bro.
yeah, a lot of people hold every safety that's come through here to that standard, and it's just not a realistic standard for
Right.
everybody to meet.
That's why I was a little surprised. I mean, I'm not trying to overdo it, but the default thing. He had such a jump from year one to year two that I thought he would at least be decent with under a proper coaching. But they completely just eliminated that guy. So
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't get on the field last year.
couldn't get on the field. So they must have an idea to your point, Deuce, that what they want to see in a quote unquote free safety. It may not be what we think it is.
We'll hear shut down John Bates. Oh my gosh, look at this oldie with Goody.
Read
Hell no, I'm sorry.
And he was absolutely a strong safety. There wasn't no free safety about that guy.
He was a safety.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
he was a liability, is what he was.
Sue Cravens.
Definitely a strong safety. He went from no. Mm-mm. Definitely not a free.
It's not a good list.
Monte was decent for it was very short lived, but he was
I want to say he's still in the league, right?
Ooh,
nah,
Simmons.
he was in the UFL with the
Who?
Detroit.
Who?
Monte Nicholson.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love to have Justice Simmons. That takes our defense. I wonder what the holdup is. Maybe he's just waiting on a number, I guess. I
He
don't
waiting
know.
on training camp to
Yeah,
end.
what AJ now?
Really?
He waiting for training camp to end.
Oh my, there you go. They go to up back.
Oh my god.
They go to up back.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Podcast memories, bro.
They go to up back. All right, let's get into it, man. Oh man. So
Oh,
today on the Pat McAfee show, Adam Schefter says, I think Terry wants to get paid more than DK. First of all, do you think Shefty is just kind of, reading the tea leaves, throwing it out there because we've been so quiet with everything? I think Terry's camp has already done what they're going to do as far as putting things out there. Some people were saying maybe it was, Adam Peters giving them some crumbs to put out there. But it just didn't, to me, it just didn't seem like the confident Shefty about certain things, about certain rumors and stuff that's out there. So, like, for me, like, I don't think he was fed anything. Let's start with you, DT. What you think?
I kind of feel like Schefter.
Hey, this dude definitely wasn't no free safety. Like, he was borderline edge rusher.
he was the strongest safety. Right?
Nah, that boy was a security guard.
Yeah, he was borderline edge
Just with
rusher.
football pads. Security guard with football pads.
Yeah, I'm with you, Herman. Go ahead.
I think Schefter was kind of like in the middle of like, yeah, like I I kind of get where things are slightly going, but he don't want to put his whole toe in the water. You know what I'm saying? And I just ultimately think with this Terry situation, like I realized this year, like for our fan base, we have got to separate feelings from business. We got to separate feelings from business. Terry is the most beloved player on the Commanders? Absolutely. He's also with a regime that did not draft him. He's also on a new entirely team that is investing for winning and also trying to build for the future. And you also have to account that we have a franchise quarterback who someday he's going to be making bank. And I feel like we have to understand, like, yes, I want Terry to be here. I want Terry to get a deal done. But I also understand that if they feel like the money that he's asking for, they don't have to give him that.
Yeah. True. What you think, CeeLo?
In addition to what,
Look. I don't remember that.
Oh my God, we gotta say this great shit. Steaks at midnight is crazy. Do you know how you gotta sleep heavy, bro? God.
Yo, I hope you don't have sleep apnea.
That is diabolical, yo.
If you got sleep apnea, that's gonna be insane. You gonna have all that little steak stuff in his tube? That's crazy, bro. Oh my gosh.
No, I was just gonna say, I think, in addition to what DT was saying, I also think, y'all, that someone mentioned, when they first got here, this is a very analytical front office. They have, guys, and they have metrics and how they track this stuff. I think they're very inflexible. I don't know if they're budging. And it's a possibility that they have a value on the wide receiver position, regardless of who you are, Terry, no Terry, and what they're willing to contribute. And sometimes that value is potentially less than the market is saying. So, for example, the DN stuff, the folks they're choosing to bring in on these one year, these short deals, they clearly have a different idea of what they think is valuable to this organization. And so I just think they're sticking to it, and to DT's point, taking emotion out of it. They really are focusing on, hey, listen, the age, the advanced metrics, where you're going to be in 2-3 years, the position itself. Here's what we think your number is. And there's maybe a little range, but yeah, maybe you're not 34, 35 million a year. Maybe you're 28, 29. So maybe you're just 2 years, not 3 years. And so there's some things that they're probably trying to protect themselves against because they have other contracts coming up. They have other, things they're trying to do. And I feel like they're being really, really strict on how they value wide receiver position, inclusive of Terry. And it's making these conversations very difficult. Then lastly, you have all these other guys that are getting paid, like today, Carl Sutton doesn't help the case, right? For Terry. And it's kind of confirming what they think Terry is more likely worth. So it's a very difficult conversation I think Terry is having, and I think that's where he's going to have to make some tough decisions for himself personally on where they think they want to land.
So Breeze, do you think, like, if Terry is at DK money, how much do you think this Sutton deal hurts him, or do you think it hurts him at all?
I think it hurts him because for a lot of people, I think Portland Sutton in more ways than one is a closer comp to Terry than DK Metcalf is. Age, play style, tenure in the league, like Cortland Sutton is a much closer comp. He's what, a month younger than Terry, a month older than Terry. Their birthdays are right around the same time, roughly.
Month older.
Month older. So like that definitely hurt. Like, I'm sure when Terry's agent saw that come across the ticker, he was like, bro, what? Like he probably got sick to his stomach. Yeah, man, I think it's like we all love Terry. Like let's not, like, for sure, right? But I think it's about that time to prepare to start having some real tough conversations. From the business aspect, yes, we as fans want Terry to get his money and be here, finish his career here, all that good stuff. But it's got to make sense. And if Terry, I don't remember who put it up there, but his extension, he'll turn 31 the year his extension kicks in. And while 31 as a normal human being is not old by any stretch of the imagination, as it pertains to an NFL wide receiver, your big money kicking in at 31 is not ideal. I think there's a way you can structure the contract to where it's coming off your books as you're getting ready to pay Jayden the blank check he's going to command. But it's got to make sense. And with you signing the deal with Cortland Sutton signing what he signed for, like I'm sure Terry is looking at Garrett Wilson and DK money, his representative at the very least. So I don't know who's driving the negotiations, if it's Terry or his representation. But if you're looking at that kind of money, and then Cortland Sutton, who's a closer comp, signs what he signs for, it's like, damn, like that definitely kind of hurts your leverage a little bit. I think AJ posted, like, not only is Terry still under contract for this year, but they can franchise tag him at the end of the season for less than he'll probably negotiate for. Yeah. So, and obviously somebody else signing a big deal could raise that up some, but I mean, he has very little leverage right now. Yeah, it's a tough conversation, but yeah.
So appreciate love the skins, man. Definitely appreciate you for chopping it up with us. Continue to come back, man. Chop it up with us in the comments for sure. But yeah, man, glad you out that little box, and back on the grind, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on, Herman. We can't look at Santana numbers.
That's not.
I think he's talking about his production, not his money.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's definitely, yeah. But still, I still don't think that's a fair comp to Terry, though.
Age-wise, I think the conversation, this thing is crazy because, like, you compare Terry to DK, and then you can really compare Sutton to like Terry. So I really wonder where this number is, right? Because this Sutton deal at $23 million with only 41 guaranteed, I think Terry is making somewhere around that money, and I think Terry is better than Sutton. But let's just take a while. Let's just remove who you think is better than who, right? Let's just take that out and look at recent numbers by itself, right? And production and what you hope to get in the future. Terry is coming off of his best years, right? So is Cortland Sutton. The difference is, I think Terry had like 5 more touchdowns, but the catches and the yards, all that stuff is fairly the same. Even I think the last like 3 years, Terry only has like 400 more like yards, I think. I think he has, I don't know, a couple more touchdowns, because Sutton has 18 touchdowns over the last 2 years. Terry got 17, right? In the catch. So all that stuff, it looks exactly the same. These are stats, these are numbers. Now you have that, and you say, well, this is the number. Like, if Terry's asking for 34 and this guy's getting 23, is your production, your age, and us looking into the future, is that really worth more at $11 million more than him? Like, that's the question that Terry should be asking his age. Like, bro, like, what's up? Like, we should have took the 31. You telling me I could get 34? Now this guy got 23. They might be like, hey, you trying to take this 29 now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if his, like, this is the thing. If his agent didn't realize Sutton was up for a deal, he needs to fire that dude.
Yeah, for sure.
He needs to get rid of that dude, bro. What's up,
he might still have to get rid of him. But
because you talking to him too much, bro. Like he talking to that dude like every day, every practice you can see him, bro. He's just talking to him, talking like, what are y'all talking about? Like what are y'all talking about?
I mean, if I'm like, bro, don't talk to me, go talk to them. Like, figure that out. Like, I'm trying to get out here. Like, and like, I think Terry's the kind of guy. Like, Terry wants to be practicing. He wants to be out there with his teammates. Like, I don't think Terry likes holding out. It's just the smartest business decision for him because if he goes out there first day of practice and God forbid, knock on wood, something happens, he's certainly not getting that money. So
he said stop the presses.
No. I never said they were the same tier. I said Sutton is a closer comp to Terry than DK Metcalf is. And
of the production and
Yeah, I mean the numbers is the numbers. Like you can, like what I was saying, like let's get away who you think is better. Like the numbers is the numbers. Like the quarterback is the quarterback. All that stuff, it matters, context. But on AP side, he's like, look, man, look at the numbers.
Yeah, and it sucks for Terry
and
because
Godwin also has some type of injury or something. Like I don't know what's going on with him. So not only did he want to stay in Tampa Bay, I think his wife or something wanted to stay in Tampa Bay. But he probably knew about this injury too coming up. So
I think Godwin's a little bit older too. Ain't he? He like a year or some change older.
Yes,
I think Godwin's already 31, ain't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so that could also be a factor. But I lost my train of thought.
What's up, FV? I think this is your first time coming, man. Absolutely appreciate you pulling up. Look, man, go ahead, bro.
Like it kind of sucks for Terry because most of us could probably agree, like if he had better quarterback play over the first 6 years of his career, a lot of his numbers would have probably been like he had, Pro Bowl caliber numbers with, pick a quarterback throwing the football. Like Taylor Heineke was the best quarterback he played with, which is, I mean, kind of crazy to think about. Like, he had a quarter and a half of Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I mean, like the quarterback play that Terry has had to endure, it definitely long term it hurts him in these negotiations now because his production is kind of along the lines of players he probably shouldn't be in the same category as. But like you said, the numbers are numbers.
I think the counter argument for Terry's side is going to be he's going to lean towards a DK's contract, right? For obvious reasons, it's a bigger number. He's also going to say, I've been in the league the same. I think came in the league the same time, him and DK.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His numbers are very similar to DK, if not better, except for I believe touchdowns. And then, to your point, Deuce, look what I've been doing to these subpar quarterbacks. I said Deuce, I meant Breeze. These subpar quarterbacks, and look what DQ was doing with the potentially Hall of Fame quarterback. I think, the other piece that he's going to be able to lean on a little bit is, so y'all going to play this year without me? I mean, what are you guys going to do? I mean, I could sit out up until week, I think, week 9. He has to play 8 games to accrue a year.
Accrue a season, yeah.
So what are you going to do? You guys play without me. And I don't know if he would say that, but that's kind of what he's leaning on, is hoping that his presence is so great in that locker room on and off the field. They can't even afford to, like, okay, is it 25? Is it 30? Or is it 26? Is it 28, 29? Who else you paying, AP? Why are you not leaning towards me a little bit? I put in the most work than anybody, that kind of thing. It's going to be a little bit more emotional. I know that the anti-argument here is it's going to be a little bit more emotional because he's felt like I've been the constant professional, period. I know you haven't been here the whole time, but look at my work and my record, and for the fact that I got a lot, I don't have that much tread on my tires. So why are you talking about numbers? I mean, why are you talking about age, so on and so forth? So I think it's going to be a little bit of emotion, some statistics, some factors that lean towards his side, like a DK, and try to present that argument and then put it back on AP. Like, so what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I think at least a decent sized percent. I think Terry, I don't want to say Terry, I'll say his representation, are trying to lean on, as much as his on the field production is what it is, they're also trying to lean on the character and the off the field things. And yo, the fans love Terry. He's the face of the front. Like, they're trying to lean on that just as much as the production is to kind of, pull up some heartstring. And if you're Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, like, yeah, I respect that, but we wasn't even here for that. Like, you ain't do that with us. You know what I mean? Respectfully, thank you. But we have Jayden for that. We have Bobby Wagner for that. We have Frankie Louvu. We have, like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need you for that if that's what your argument is going to be. And again, that sucks to hear, because we all know what Terry means to this fan base, and I think Terry loved the city as much as the city loves him. But those things is not going to be worth $5-6 extra million a year.
And that's the thing, right? Like, yes, it's cheaper to pay him now than to pay him next March for sure. But I think when you're dealing with Terry, how much is the emotion part, CeeLo? How much is the emotion part worth? Is it worth $2 million? Is it worth $3 million? Is it worth $5 million? Like, what is, because it's a factor, right? Like, they've called him the commander. You want him here forever. You're gonna put his name up in the Raptors, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How much is that worth? Right. And I think that matters. I think there is an actual number there, but I don't know what that number is.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I think he came out. I mean, I know you got the fines, but I think he was definitely leaning and trying to push that narrative on the heartstring, on the off the field stuff. Look, the fans love me, and the players, they keep talking about him a little, to an extent. But how much is that worth? I mean, I don't know. You think about this precedent you're setting, though, right? Like, do you lean in a little bit with the Terry? Because you're gonna turn around and you're gonna have to pay Tunsil, you got to pay you're gonna pay Debo. Is that the same, that the mark you want to set? Because this is going to be their first, to your point, you said it many times, dudes, this is going to be their first, like, significant contract. They've had a couple of guys make it. This will be probably close to a $100 million deal. So how do you want to play this? You know what I mean? And that's going to set the bar for the next, the next wave of free agency and in their own extensions if they're going to go that route.
And even speaking about Buddy, right? Remember, he also represents Chin, so we don't know what that was about, right? Like, be some hard feelings there. But this is his biggest client, right? And he wants to, like, in a sense, he's like everyone else that's out, these new college players coming, et cetera, they're watching. Like, if you want to hire me, let me see how you're going to handle this, right? From everything that Terry matters to that team. Because, players feel certain ways, the numbers he put up, like, he's out there too. Like, this is going to be big for him and his career too. So I wonder how that relationship or how those conversations are going on and what Buddy's thinking, right? Because right now, Buddy's becoming one of the most hated people in Commander Land, right? So
yeah.
I don't know, man. So look, hey, trash. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it's my understanding that I'm not sure the name of the firm, but whatever firm that he works for, like, they handle, like, a lot of, like, NIL, like, collegiate athletes, and that could be, trying to get Terry this deal, could be his way of, trying to get Terry the biggest deal he can, could be his way of trying to, lock in younger clientele before they become, big deals in their respective sports too.
try to get through some of these comments. How he played with half the factor in. Yeah, like all that stuff. I mean, but
it's a lot of factors.
Like,
the emotion part factors into it. I just don't think it's worth what they think it's worth.
Who is they? Which they?
Terry's representation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's certainly a value to it.
I mean, CeeLo, you brought the point out a couple months ago. Like, yeah, Terry is 29 going on 30, but he was a super senior, right? So Terry could be like, look, I don't, like he said, I've been here, I haven't been hurt, I don't have a lot of tread, because he said exactly the same thing you were saying. Like, I came in the league late, blah, 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 blah. Like, he don't have those years on him. So like it's a thing with both sides. Like wherever you stand at in this negotiations, like fan, agent, player, GM, you have valid points for your side, but so does the other side. Like that's how negotiations work. You want to make sure they know exactly all of your positives, and they're going to give you your positives. Now it's time to humble yourselves and give some leeway. Okay, I don't want to take this, but I'll take this. And they do that. Whoever does that first, then we'll see progress. But until they do that, what it looks like just from whispers, like that's not happening. Like John Cam says, like is that a standstill, right? Like nothing is happening. And the thing about AP, and like when y'all was talking about like emotions, I want my GM to be able to stand 10 toes to the most beloved player on that team and tell him, this is my number. Even to your point, CeeLo, it might affect other players, whatever, but I'd rather him to be straight up with me and tell him, this is my number. And the fans is not going to sway me one way or another. Like you signing autographs and they love you is not going to sway me. Like, this is my number. If a deal happened that yesterday, I was like, I don't know, man. AP job folded. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, AP, you job folded. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think I mean, we talk about this a lot, offline, but I do think that a lot of this does, come from his time in San Francisco and working under John Lynch. They were very, very hard in negotiations, and it got to a point where they figured out what a deal was, and I think we will. I would not be surprised if both parties are not happy. Right. I'll be surprised if Terry comes down and they come up to a number that neither one of them want to do. You may have two unhappy parties, but you get over it, you move on, you sign in the dotted line. So this is their way, and no one is immune. No one is special, including someone as special as Terry.
Yeah, I mean that's ultimately the sign of a good negotiation, right? When neither side really gets what they want. Like I give a little,
exactly.
you give a little, we meet in the middle, and you know what I mean. Like that's, it is what it is. You shake hands, sign the contract, and move on.
And like yeah, that's the thing. Like behind closed doors, you both should be walking out like, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I lost. I didn't get what I wanted. Like both people should be walking out like that. But when you come in front of us, man, we got exactly what we wanted. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like those are how negotiations work. Like that's how they work in all business. And I don't agree with Commish. Like I think emotion, it has a part. Like if you like somebody, if you don't like somebody, that's an emotion. Like even in the real world, right? If you don't like somebody's ways or you don't like the way they operate, you treat them as you treat them a different way. Right? You might not give them 6% off. You might just give them 5% off. Right? But if somebody over here that's very respectable, that bring you water, blah, 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 you might give them a little bit more. Or it might be a family or a friend of a family. Like emotions absolutely play a part in business.
And one thing, look at how free agency went, right? Look how we did not bring back some guys that we all just knew would be back. I mean, they were like, I'm good. You guys go ahead. And these guys, all the guys they left, they did not go off and sign some crazy deals. Shin did not sign a big deal. Fowler did not sign a big deal. And we could use some of those guys. But they were adamant on analytics, fit. They saw other opportunities out there and they went different directions. These guys are not playing. They are not playing. They're not swayed by emotion at all.
One thing, and Jake, you need to be over there on YouTube. One thing I know, 82 was saying like the fans gonna turn on AP. I don't like when it boils down to it. AP, if we really believe who Jayden is, AP is going to be here much longer than Terry. It's just as simple as that. He's going to be here much longer than Terry, right? Even if you don't have him and you win, like ain't nobody gonna care if you have a winner organization 5 years down the line. Say, hey, remember we bring Terry back? Oh yeah, I do remember that. Ain't nobody gonna care if you win it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I do think so fans are not like analytical. They are emotional. And so I do think you talk about the emotional piece, fans are emotional. I do think AP is probably using up a little bit of his capital, his goodwill, as long as this is drawn out. I think the honeymoon is probably over for AP.
But let me ask you this: do you think so?
Yeah.
Like I even think now, Buddy is getting all the hate.
I mean, this is the last couple hours.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like
It's
even like with AP over the weekend since this thing has happened, like he really haven't gotten like a whole lot of hate. Like they ain't like screaming at him at camp. They ain't like pay Terry. Like they ain't doing what they doing with them boys down south, like them stars, them Cowboys. Like they ain't doing that. Like they ain't getting out of pocket like that. Like even at camp, you ain't hear no pay turn. Like you ain't hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? But like it's seeming like Buddy is starting to get like a lot of that heat now. And I think it's going to get even worse for him before it gets worse for AP.
I can see that.
I think now because people are starting to, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I think people are now starting to run with Terry's agent grossly overestimated his value and set his price way higher than it should have been. That made it a lot harder to come to a middle ground, which could very well be true. So now people are looking at like, bro, like you ain't know what you was doing. You priced him out of a contract. You done priced this out of Terry basis. Like, well, if the Commanders, if their floor was 26 million, just for the sake of conversation, and Buddy started off at 36 and a half, it's like, bro, how are we gonna come to a middle ground on that? Like, we're not remotely close. And it may be possible because it seems like they aren't very close. And it seems like in that fall, we know they can announce a contract tomorrow, but it just seems like they aren't very close on the number, whether that's guaranteed money, average annual value. I don't know. We don't know. But I think that's very possible. I think that's why you start to see people kind of turn on Terry's agent, especially because he's there in front of people talking to Terry every day. It's like, bro, go somewhere and work this out. Like,
Yeah.
like, we don't care about you. Like, that's how a lot of people, I think, are starting to look at it.
Winning organizations calculate winning situations.
Yeah, facts. I wonder what the conversation Santana had for Terry about this. Who knows? Like Santana, like he might not even talk to him about it. Like I don't think players do that. When it like Bobby talked about it. Jay, like, and Bobby's been in the league. Like that's his business. That's his business.
Yeah.
They might be like, come on, man, we waiting for you to get. But like they love him as a player, but they understand this is a business, right?
Yeah.
And Terry understand this is a business. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think so. So, like, we're not used to this.
Yeah.
Right. These are winning teams' problems. Right. Every year we see problems like this. Most of the time it's from winning. Like, we don't know what this looks like. Right. Terry did the same thing a few years ago. We hardly even cared in a sense. Right. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, get used to it. People is going to want to come here. People is going to want to play with Jayden. And people also going to want to get paid the best in the league. But because you want to be here and this is a winning organization, AP is like, nah, I'm going to give you $2 million less than what you would get because you want to be here. Like, this is something that we just going to have to get used to, bro. Like, things like this, because this is the NFL.
Yeah.
That's true, AJ. Nobody knew this dude 2 weeks ago. Nobody knew this dude. And he's there all the time. Like, people say, oh, he's at camp every single year. He's there all the time at camp, bro. Like, he's always at camp. He's just not there to work out a deal. He's always there over the years. He's been there.
Got to protect your asset, I guess.
Yeah. Expand on which part?
Yeah, I heard that too. I definitely heard that.
I would like. All right, let me ask you this: what's more likely to happen? We hear Terry fire his agent, or Terry request a trade.
That's two extremes right there.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Buddy, Woody, Tutty. You gotta go. You gotta go down.
Man, is it five?
Yeah. I don't know, man, because we know Terry is like loyal to a fault, and I feel like I asked the question earlier, like if Terry's agent is the one who's advising him on how to move in these negotiations, then who is advising Terry on how to move with his agent or with anybody else? Like if there was somebody, hey, yo, T, you might want to go get rid of dude, man. Like who would that person be? Like I guess the players don't get involved. Players for the players, oh, he get here when he get here, hope he get his money. Until they get here, no comment. Like who is the person that's going to advise him on that? I don't know.
It's true.
Let me see what the comments say.
Better talk to Bobby.
But there's an opinion on what's going on. I feel like Buddy doesn't have anything. Yeah, some people you could be loyal to a fault for sure. Yep, yes, I agree. Play hardball. I don't even remember Terry holding out last time. Big Simple keep talking about he loved the drama.
I love the drama. It's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, I mean, I know these agents probably like definitely trying to get Terry, especially if you're going trying to get him 30 million. Like, I know agents is top of that. I wonder, can they call him AJ? Like, can agents call Terry? I don't think we can.
I feel like they can't contact him while he's still signed to an agent. Based on real estate.
I think it's interesting.
Oh, hey, look, he's from Indianapolis too. So yeah, Terry, like, bro, like, I wouldn't be surprised to hear like he's his second cousin brother or brother-in-law or something. Appreciate you, man, for coming through, man. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Set them notifications on.
Yep.
And all y'all that's out there, please hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Run that up. Comment, share, all those good things. If you on X or Facebook, we absolutely appreciate you. It helps us more if you get over to YouTube and subscribe. Is in the bios. You can subscribe and chop it up with us over in the chat. If not, you might not have it. Cool. You can stay exactly where you are.
AJ said, "Hell yeah."
The boy said, "I got something to say. Just put it in one bubble."
What's up, Clint? Appreciate you, man. This might be your first time comment. I actually appreciate you. Yeah, man, we can't start slow. We got to move, bro. We're gonna get more into the schedule later for sure, but yeah, we gotta get the moving. Terry not gonna request a trade. Fire Buddy and ask Bobby how to work it.
I said it. I just said it, man. Ask Bobby how to work it, man.
Oh my goodness! Shout out to the new kid in the training camp. Yeah, the dude, like I was saying earlier, I forgot his name already. Tate Martin. Yeah, he was doing pretty good, bro. Like, how does that work? So they contacting teammates or others around the league trying to help as well. That's insane, bro.
Somebody gonna steal Terry, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not a team, like another agent.
Nah, this about to be funny.
Like Terry about to go sign with
I know
with
Terry
LeBron
blowing up, yo.
Terry agent probably staying at the house. He in the guest house.
Yo, T-Mac, this David Munagata. Got you, man.
Man.
Yes, I'm about to post this on X, man, Instagram. So if y'all see it and TikTok, if y'all see it, go ahead, comment on it. Let me know, man. Y'all in the chat. The other day I seen how he pulled from the right. Oh, he talking about me. Yeah, CJ crazy.
Turn his rod too.
Turn it up.
Throw me the money.
Oh my god, bro.
Not Rod Tillwell. Wow.
Hey,
Yeah, that's insane,
What?
bro.
Yo.
Jerry Maguire for you kids out there.
Wow.
Yo.
He said he got his phone tapped. That's crazy. Some agents will even throw players who can make a guy switch bread from the new deal. Yes, wow, that's insane.
Yeah, I feel like Terry. I don't know. I don't know how many players switch agents in the middle of a negotiation. That gotta be that gotta be a rarity, right?
I mean, I figure it's not that rare if you feel like your representation ain't getting the job done.
Anybody in our team represented by the Mugalada guy? I don't know how to pronounce his name. David Mugalada. How you pronounce his name?
I don't know. I know Drew Rosenhaus probably got a couple of.
Yeah, or Drew Rosenhaus. Like any out, they show up tomorrow. I don't know.
Somebody get Drew on the phone, man.
They probably got a lot of agents out there. We just don't know what they look like.
Man, listen.
Well, they may work for those guys, and
Yeah. That's insane, man. I said Drew laughing. Oh man.
Straight number 4.
Straight number 4. All right, man. This was good, man. We are back. So we're gonna be on Mondays from here to the season, and then we're gonna switch to Sundays to do the recap of the game, same we did last year. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all time. Breeze, what you got going on? Then you got the little race car NASCAR thing going
Yeah,
on.
man. Got the Burnouts and BS NASCAR podcast jumping off. Cooling up with Coach Breeze. Coming back real soon. Trying to stay busy, bro. You know.
CeeLo.
Yeah, man. Just gonna keep chopping it up here and on the huddle. We also still trying to get together in our health and wellness pods. You won't see that coming here really soon. And man, look, I'm just so happy to be back with these dudes here and talking to y'all
For sure.
for the rest of the season, man. It's gonna be fun.
AJ crazy. What you say to him, man? CJ. DT, what you got? You got 223 things going on.
Yeah, so see, we can go ahead and chop up and get command time going this week. Also, keep a lookout for Enters the Lab podcast. We'll be coming back all NFL, and we're definitely going to be chopping up more on the Terry situation with the Closet Commander fan.
I don't think so, Tim. I think it's a lot of we don't have 5 million agents out there, so I'm sure you got agents of players that don't sign back with the team and others that do. So I don't think that's a big thing.
And I don't think Jeremy Chin is a high enough profile player to hold a grudge against a team over. He still got his money elsewhere.
Yeah. Now it might have a little factor. I don't know how the conversations went. AP might not respect Buddy that much. I don't know if AP like pizza or not. I don't know. Yes, it be
It's a little blurry, but yeah. Shout out Bubba Wallace.
Oh man, you about to get out of here. You can't disrupt the process. Commissioner, he's spamming the rules. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate your time hanging in there with us. We know your time is very valuable for you to spend it with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.
Appreciate it.